अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाह। अशहदु अल्ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह वहदहु ला शरीका लहू وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين وجاهدوا بها واستيقنتها أنفسهم ظلما وعلوا فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المفسدين
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Huzur says that these two verses which I have just recited, one is from Surah Al-Qasas 84 and the second one is from Surah Namal the 15. The first verse is from Surah Al-Qasas. The translation is that this is the house in the hereafter which we make for those people who in the world, in this earth, do not like ascendancy or dominance and nor disorder, and the akibat, the future life, is for those people who are righteous. And this meaning of the second is that those people who denied so you with injustice and disobedience, so you see how was the outcome of the disbelieving people. Huzur says that the whole life that we have, and we see so many things of obedience and disobedience, and there are so many things in goodness and badness which we see. In these things, one part of that is indicating to Rahman God, and that becomes the sign of those who establish relationship with Allah Almighty. And the second is the one, it indicates the Satan, which who fall into the lap of Satan. So as if these are two different directions, opposite directions, in which Allah Almighty says that you perform the good deeds and Satan stops the people from doing that, and the vices which Allah Almighty admonishes not to do, and the Satan says to the people that you do that. So this disobedience, this is in nature of Satan, it is ingrained in him, which as Allah Almighty has mentioned in one place in the Shaitana Kana lir Rahmani Asiya, that Satan is certainly to gracious God, he is disobedient to Allah and rebellious to Allah. And those people who follow Satan, they are certainly caught by Allah Almighty and get the punishment. These two verses, the translation of which and the recitation you have listened, I mentioned the translation. In these two verses, Allah Almighty has mentioned two types of people. One is those who avoid the dominance and disorder. These are the people of gracious God. And the second are those who by way of injustice and disorder, and they are arrogant people. These are the servants of Satan. And because of that, according to the tradition of Allah, they come to their evil end. They are bound to come to their evil end. Unfortunately, in our country, Pakistan, because there are a lot of Ahmadis the Pakistanis are in front of me, and many large number of Ahmadis in Pakistan, in the whole world, they listen to this khutbah. In our country, in which the majority of the people is the majority of them are Muslims, it is the Muslim majority country. This country today, has come into it has become captive in the hand of those people, which is related to those instructions of Allah Almighty, which Allah Almighty has enjoined to do. They have got nothing to do with that, and those things which Allah Almighty has stopped from doing that, and those things are getting popular and very common over there. And that part of the community that is on the heads of the administration and also on the shoulder of the administration, these people are having full grip on the neck of the administration. And the result of that we see in the form of the fires and the disorders and the killing, which we see every day. We see it very clearly. Rather, it is better to say that the whole administration, the whole system, whether they are politicians or the administrative people of administration, these people are fully have acquired the style of these people who are creating disorder. Since the creation of Pakistan till today, the Khulafai Ahmadiyyat, the Khulafas of Ahmadiyyat, they have been advising the politicians and the people of the country. They have been advising the people that be aware of these people always, those who are heading towards taking the country to religious extremism. The public, because of their lack of knowledge and innocence, and because of their love for religion, they are being deceived by these extremist people. And then on top of that, because of the poverty and difficult life, they did not give them any chance to think over it. And the politicians, because of their own objectives and for their own benefits, they have been getting into certain contacts with these people who are having the religious robes, or they gave them that much freedom that now, in the opinion of the politicians, without them they cannot have success in their political ventures. Every party thinks that somehow or the other we have to have the support of some religious leaders, and without that we can't survive. And knowingly, these people, they are these self-styled leaders of religion. They have been given freedom to them, and they have created the situation of lawlessness in Pakistan, which is increasing day by day. The civil administration is there, they are also helpless. But now these conditions are so dangerous that the rangers, who at one time who used to be considered responsible for establishing peace, and the army, these two things they also, as compared to these terrorist people, they have got no significance and no importance of their own. In these conditions, it is only the Ahmadi whose heart becomes restless, that full of pain and agony, that country which we acquired, which we got after sacrificing thousands of precious souls, and these are the people who are the terrorist people who are committing atrocities, and these people who are advancing in this, they have changed the country to that extent, to this situation in which we find. And despite their apparent efforts, the Ahmadis, the Ahmadis cannot do anything to deliver the country from the hands of these people who are creating disorder. But the love of the country in the heart of every Ahmadi, that definitely requires, and this is actually the responsibility of every Pakistani Ahmadi, whether they are whatever we pray for the country and for the people of the country, whatever we pray, it is the responsibility of the Ahmadis that these people who consider themselves to be well-wisher of the country, whatever allegation they may put upon us of the enmity of the country, and also they make us at the receiving end of the persecution, and but in the love of the country and fulfilling the requirement of the love of the country, for the sake of religion, for the sake of the country, we have to always continuously have to pray all the time. And now, out of this dangerous situation, if something can save the country now, that is actually the prayers of the Ahmadis. The other countries, the atmosphere in those countries and the attitude is also becoming very rigid and harsh, and internally as well, the disorder and the extremism and terrorism, and also blowing up the natural resources of the country. The country is being made weaker and weaker. This is not the love of the country at all, which we see from the attitude of these terrorist organizations, and also from their actions we see that. No doubt, we at this time, we Ahmadis, at this time, we are the most persecuted people of the country, and all of their rights, they have been usurped, and they are trying to usurp all the rights, and from the politics and from the government, we don't have anything to take from them. These are the worldly people, and it is the folly of the worldly people and their illusion. Those who think that the Jamaat Ahmadiyya, because it is an organized community, therefore perhaps they want to capture the government. We have got no interest in the government affairs of the country of Pakistan, nor in the government of any other country. We have got no interest in that. But yes, as a citizen of the country, we are always loyal to the country, and that relationship we always maintain. And every Ahmadi in every country, they have to make their own country, and they have the desire to see their own country very prominent among the countries of the world, and for that they do have put some efforts and also pray, and they should do so. And every Ahmadi in their personal capacity, and if they take part in the politics of the country, or take part in a country, if they take part in their personal position, personal capacity they take, there are certain countries, if the Ahmadis become the member of the government party of the government, and they are playing their role, then the opposition parties, they are also taking part in that one, and they are playing their role in the construction and the development of the